everyone. Welcome back to episode 43, Talk of Fame podcast. I'm Kylie, and today we have on the lovely actress and motivational speaker, Sara Martin. Thanks so much for coming on, Sara. I'm so happy to have you on.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Of course, thank you so much for coming on. So over the last kind of 2 years, we've kind of been stuck in isolation. So what's something that you did over the last 2 years that you kind of wouldn't have time to do before?
So I had a lot of time. So I had time to improve my singing and acting technique, and I read some books about it. Well, actually, I'm reading a book. I have it right here called No Acting, Please,
Oh, really?
by Eric Morris. And it's so nice, but I'm just at the very beginning of it. But I've been reading a lot, and then I've had time to watch a lot of movies, which I love. I love especially musicals. So I've had time to watch a lot of musicals. And also I started learning Chinese.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How is that process going for you? Because Chinese is a very hard language to learn.
It's really, really hard, but it's fun. But it's really
I
challenging.
really started learning French in middle quarantine as well, so I feel you. Like you said, you're a musical fan. Did you always like musicals as a kid, or did it kind of start over quarantine?
Oh no, it started, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago or so. But I had a lot of time to watch musicals and listen to Broadway musicals during quarantine, so it was great.
Oh, that's awesome. Have you, in terms of musicals, have you seen The Greatest Showman?
Yes.
That's my favorite movie. I thought, since you like musicals, it's people to check out. But since you've been reading all those things, I'm currently reading a book as well, so I kind of raw processes that. But what is you all the books you kind of read throughout quarantine? Which one kind of resonated with you the most?
Well, that's a tough question, actually. I think I read the whole script of Dear Evan Hansen, the Broadway show, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I heard it was really good. I've never watched it, but I heard it was really good though.
I'm sorry, what?
I heard it was really good, Dear Evan Hansen. I never seen it, but I heard it was really good.
I got to see it on Broadway and the movie.
Oh, really?
And the movie was really good, actually.
Really? Which one did you like better, the Broadway or the movie?
Wow. I like both, I guess. But being on Broadway was like a dream come true for me. Watching it, being part of the audience was incredible. But the movie is really, really good. And Ben Platt is such a great actor.
Yeah, for sure.
He's so
one of the best ever to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. So as I kind of mentioned before, you're an actress, motivational speaker, and filmmaker. What kind of made you want to start that?
So my passion for acting started when I was 6 or 7 years old. And I usually came back from school and I would watch TV and all these shows, basically Disney Channel back then. But I don't know, I watched TV and I realized I wanted to do this as well, or at least give it a try. So I asked my parents if I could join an acting class, and they said yes. So from that moment on, I've been doing acting classes and working when I can. And
oh, that's pretty cool. How do you think, did you know, when you were young that you knew, you always wanted to be an actor, or just something that kind of popped up when you're 6 or 7?
Well, yeah, it's something that came when I was 6 or 7. I don't know why, but
it just sounded something that you'd be interested in doing, basically. Yeah, last year, I never pictured myself as a little kid doing podcasts on my own, because I was always kind of a very kind of shy girl from a small town in Pennsylvania. So how is a small town girl that's shy supposed to do a podcast? That's not really a thing a lot of people do. And so once I was last year, I was 14 at the time. I was oh, I don't know why, but why should I do a podcast? And blah blah blah. And so like I basically started staying for like 43 episodes later. I'm kind of going.
I'm so happy that you're doing this.
Thank you. I'm really so happy. Come on, I'm really so happy. But you were in the Sopra Di Cabrera music video. What was your kind of experience doing that?
So it was like my first professional experience. I was like maybe 13 years old. Well, if you don't know who Sopa de Cabra is, they are like a really popular Catalan band. And I was in their music video called Cercles. They have really good songs. Mm-hmm. And the experience, well, it was amazing. I was really nervous at first because I was on set for the first time and I saw all these people working, and wow, I was so nervous, but it was so fun and so exciting. And yeah, I really loved it.
Oh, that's amazing. Like once I first started this whole thing, I was like nervous wreck. I was like, what am I getting myself into? I was not ready for it at all. I was like, I didn't know what to do. Like I had no experience with anything that involved podcasts or anything. So I was like, okay, how am I supposed to do this? And like when I look back at my beginning podcast episodes, I'm like, okay, what did I just do? Like, what am I getting myself into? Like, what am I saying? Like, that's like after I kind of started it, keep doing episodes, I kind of like, all right, so I guess this is what I'm doing now. But back in 2018, you presented at the 39th Annual Young Artist Awards in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. So what's your reaction when you found out you're going to do that and present?
Okay, so I knew I was going to be in Los Angeles with my parents that July. So I thought, why not doing something like acting related? And I found this amazing foundation, the Young Artist Academy, and I contacted them. We started exchanging emails, and they told me if I wanted to present at the gala, at the awards gala. So I immediately said yes. And well, actually it was like 3 days before the actual show. So I had to buy myself a fancy dress and get everything ready. It was so crazy, but it was like the best day of my life still. And I got to meet a lot of amazing people with whom I'm still in contact with. And it was a dream come true.
Oh, that's amazing. Like, even if it was like 3 days before, like, how were you feeling? Like, were you, like, since you're in Los Angeles at the time of, like, when you're staging, like, what did you think? Like, okay, like, I'm not at home, like, I don't have anything to wear. Like, what was that kind of crazy thought in your head? Like, okay, how am I supposed to do this? I don't have a dress or anything.
It was kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
But since I was there, well, it was mind-blowing for me to be there and to present at the Young Artist Awards. It was so big and I was super excited. And I went to the rehearsals a day before and I got to meet all the people involved. And it was so cool.
Oh, you're so lucky. I'm so jealous. Like, I literally want to present the awards one day. That's something I want to do. You're so lucky. But also back in 2018, you become an advocate of the award-winning empowerment nonprofit Free to Love. What made you kind of want to start to advocate for that organization?
So actually, they found me on Twitter, I think, and they DM'd me. And as soon as I found out their message, like to stop bullying, I immediately say yes, because they are so amazing. And bullying is something that could happen to everyone, literally. So we should speak up and let our voices be heard and let others know that they are not alone and support each other. And what's so great about this foundation is that I also get to, whenever I travel, I bring my Free to Love sign with me and I take a lot of pictures and it's so cool.
Oh, I love that. Like, did you always think, like, as your experience working with them, like, while being at organization, did that teach you anything about, like, your mental health, like, speaking up and stuff like that? Did it, like, teach you anything about it, more about yourself and stuff like that?
Yeah, especially that it's so important our happiness is so important, and to let our voices be heard and have no fear about the future or about people. It's so important. And yeah, basically this.
Yeah, for sure. Like for over quarantine, mental health has kind of been a little crazy for everyone throughout this quarantine.
Yeah.
Quarantine has impacted many people in many different ways. Some are kind of familiar to others, and so this like kind of last year or two has kind of touched people to speak out about like what's to say like Black Lives Matter and like all of those kind of organizations that are around right now, and so you kind of speak up and like as like a woman in the industry as well, like gender bias and all those things. Like everyone's kind of more open about it right now, since like it's kind of a more serious task as it was like 20 years ago. So like it was like always a good thing to see people speak up since quarantine and talk about like important topics. Like what was like your kind of experience on that, like being a young kind of woman in industry and like experiencing kind of all the bias in the world and kind of discrimination against you as like a young woman?
Could you repeat, please?
Yeah, so like as like a young kind of woman in the industry, like how do you think like the pressure like gets to you? Like as a young woman, like you will kind of face discrimination, like people will tell you can't do it and stuff like that. Like what kind of has been your experience with dealing with all of those troubles?
Well, you will always have these people that tell you that you can't do it, all these haters and people who said you have to do something else and you can't do it, or it's so difficult to succeed or whatever. But if you believe in yourself, then everything is possible, I think.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
it's tough sometimes, but if you still believe in yourself and keep going, there's nothing stopping you.
Yeah, for sure. I agree 100%. So do you have anyone that you look up to in the industry as like an actress and like a motivational speaker, or just kind of in general? Do you have anyone that you look up to?
So I've always been a big Jonas Brothers fan since I was like...
Me too. I'm a Jonas Brothers fanatic. Oh my God. I'm a Jonas Brothers fanatic. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm literally blushing. I'm so happy. I'm not the only one that's a big Jonas Brothers fan, though. So at least I'm not the only one.
And since I was like 7 or 6, I've been a big fan.
Yeah, like I really saw them in concert a couple months ago for my birthday, and I was really lost my voice after the concert. I was screaming that loud and just jamming every song. I was literally lost my voice after.
Oh, but that's so beautiful.
And yeah, and I was like, Jonas Brothers has impacted me so much. And I was literally singing them in the shower before. I'm not gonna lie, this kind of show. But like Jonas Brothers are like amazing kind of people, and I've been a Nick Jonas fan since I was a young toddler, so I knew him, of course. And I didn't know the Jonas Brothers were a thing until like 2 years ago when they got back together. So I was like, okay, I might as well become a Jonas Brothers fan while they're doing it. And so like, of course, I was like, all right, so I might as well become a Jonas Brothers fan. And then now I'm like obsessed Jonas Brothers fan. That's the only music I listen to nowadays, to be honest with you.
That's great. And when it comes like to the acting field, I would say I really like, well, musical theater, and especially Sutton Foster.
Oh,
I got to see her live in London last summer doing Anything Goes. And like her performance and energy on stage was so amazing, so inspiring, and I really admire her. And my favorite on-screen actor, I think it's tough. I have a lot of favorite actors, but probably James Stewart, like Hollywood's golden age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're all amazing. Like Sam Foster is one of the greatest kind of musical theater type of person out there in Broadway. And she's currently in The Music Man in New York with Hugh Jackman, which I'm probably going to see next couple of months once the mandate's kind of lifted up, which I'm very excited for because I love Hugh Jackman and Foster's House. I'm be going nuts. But like, what has Stephen Foster inspired you? Like, how did you kind of learn about her and like what she does?
I mean, her energy on stage, and it's so powerful. It's like, it's really mind-blowing.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how to express it.
Every time I see videos of her, I'm just mind-blown, like blown away. Like, she's just that powerful and amazing. And I'm just always blown away.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so do you have, the final question for the interview is, what is some advice for kind of younger generations that like to be in the industry one day or like to be in the kind of same position as you?
So first of all, I would say don't be afraid to dream big, because if some people can do it, you can as well, and there's nothing holding you back. And I would say also try new things every single day and learn to accept rejection, because it's part of the industry. Don't expect yes when you go to your first audition, because I'm afraid it's not probably going to happen. But you need to work hard and just don't give up and have a lot of fun, of course. Yeah, and I would say that, and like my everyday advice would be just focus on being yourself and being grateful for everything that you have, for every opportunity that you get. And if opportunities don't come, like create them. I mean, let's say you don't have enough auditions, so then why not film yourself at home and share, I don't know, a monologue or a poem with other people or with people from the industry?
Yeah, I agree. Like, seriously, like the biggest part about being in industry is to take rejection. That's the hardest part of being no's. And I've got no's for coming on the podcast, and it's hard. Like, it's hard for sure. Like, as you kind of deal as an actor, you always kind of deal with no's, being auditions, etc. Like, what was like kind of the part that kind of kept you going, never got the no answer, not let the no get to you? Like, how did you kind of deal with that, with the no's?
I think I've been doing this since I was really like 7 years old. Now I'm used to rejection, so I know it's part of it.
Yes.
So I would say don't take it personal, because it doesn't have to do with you. If they don't like you, that's okay.
Yeah.
But you're still a good actor, and you're going for it. So don't worry about rejection.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't take it personally, because if you take it personally, then it's gonna affect your mood and want you to not do acting and stuff anymore. Like I suddenly took stuff personally. I was like, okay, I should not take this personally. I have things to worry about than rejection. And so I got a million no's over the last probably year while doing this. And I was like, well, I'm not gonna take it personal. I've done many episodes, got people on, that's the most important thing. I don't care if I have like big people, A-listers on, I really don't care. As long as I'm happy and enjoying what you're doing and what I'm doing, then that's really the most important thing, really.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so I just want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I had such a blast talking to you. You're amazing.
Thanks to
Keep
you.
doing what you're doing, and we'll speak soon for sure. Thanks so much for coming on again.
Thanks to you. I'm so happy.
Me too. I'm so happy to have you on. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.